Hello everyone, greeting of the day. Myself Naresh Kumar Soni, and today we will discuss about trigonometry. Okay, so first of all, we'll know that trigonometry is made up of three Greek words. What are these three Greek words? First one is tree, that means three in English, right? Second one is gon. Gon means sides, and third word is metron, that means measure, right? So these three Greek words by which the word trigonometry is made, right? Tree means three in English, gon means sides, that is in English, and metron means measure, that is in English, right? After that, we'll know what is trigonometry. Okay, so what is trigonometry? Trigonometry is the relationship between the sides and angles of a triangle. That is the trigonometry, right? And after that, we'll move the trigonometric ratios of a triangle. We'll discuss about the trigonometric ratios. For that, let's take a triangle. Okay, so we have a right angled triangle, right? You can say this one is a right angled triangle, right? Here this is 90 degree, okay? And you can say this one is A, this one is B, and this one is C. Let's talk about this right angle triangle. In this triangle, these two angles are acute angles, right? These two angles are acute angles, and this one is a 90 degree, that is right angle. This right angle is greater than both these two acute angles, right? So we'll discuss about the trigonometric ratios. Okay, so there are 6 types of trigonometric ratios. We'll discuss about that. First one is, if we say sine. Okay, so if this angle is, you can say theta, phi, psi, this is, you can say, symbols of any angle in mathematics. You can use these symbols in physics also. If this angle is theta, then first of all you'll say this BC is base of this right angled triangle, right? And this one is hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is the longest side in a right angle triangle, right? And theta, that is any angle that is always made between a base and hypotenuse, guys. Understood? So if this one is theta, it means this one is a base and this one is a hypotenuse, and third side is a, that is perpendicular. Okay, yeah. So if we talk about, this is sine theta, right? So what is sine theta? This is base, okay, and this is a perpendicular, and this is a hypotenuse. So sine theta is the ratio of a perpendicular and hypotenuse, right? Perpendicular this one is, and hypotenuse is this one, right? So sine theta is a perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Next one is cos theta. These are already derived values that I am telling you, right? Cos theta is base upon hypotenuse, right? And third one is tan theta. So what is tan theta? Tan theta is a perpendicular upon base, right? And next one is cosec theta. So what is cosec theta? Cosec theta is actually the inverse of sine theta, right? If sine theta is perpendicular upon hypotenuse, then you will say cosec theta is hypotenuse upon perpendicular, right? that is hypotenuse upon perpendicular. Okay. After cosec, we'll say sec theta. What is sec theta? Sec theta is the inverse of cos theta. If cos theta is based upon hypotenuse, then sec theta is a hypotenuse upon base. Understood, guys? Are you getting me? Okay. Next one is cot theta. Actually, cot theta is also the inverse of tan theta, guys, right? If tan theta is perpendicular upon base, then you will say cot theta is a base upon perpendicular. These are 6 trigonometric ratios, right? Sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosec theta, sec theta, and cot theta. Theta is any angle, okay? And remember this, that theta is always made between base and hypotenuse, okay? So these are 6 trigonometric ratios. How can you use these trigonometric ratios? Let's take an example, okay? How will be asked to you, like this is a right angle triangle, okay? And here you will be given values of any side, like base you can be given perpendicular, you can be given hypotenuse. So let's take an example. This is a right angle triangle and you will be given BC, that is you can say 12 centimeter, okay? And this is AC, that is 13 centimeter, right? And this is the perpendicular, okay? So what can you ask? You can be asked like sine, what? Sine C. You can be asked sine C. C is any angle, okay? That is a sine of C. So sine theta is, what is sine theta? We have just talked about this. Sine theta is perpendicular upon hypotenuse, right? If you have been asked that find out sine C, so sine C, this one, it means this one is base and this one is hypotenuse, because we have given theta as a C. Understood? Got my point? Yeah. So C is theta and this one is hypotenuse and this one is base and this one is perpendicular. Here perpendicular, you don't have perpendicular, so you have to find out perpendicular first. So how will you find out, guys? How will you find out the perpendicular? Tell me. Yes, you will find out the perpendicular by Pythagoras theorem. Understood? Because you have not given this perpendicular. This is hypotenuse and this is a base. So we will find out the perpendicular by Pythagoras theorem first. So in this triangle we will use Pythagoras theorem also. So you can write in triangle ABC by Pythagoras theorem. Okay? By Pythagoras theorem. Right? So what is Pythagoras theorem? Do you know? Pythagoras theorem is that square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of a base and a perpendicular. Okay? So by Pythagoras theorem, in this triangle you have to find a perpendicular. So perpendicular square is a hypotenuse square minus base square. This is by Pythagoras theorem, guys. Okay? So perpendicular is AB. Square of AB, that is hypotenuse, means 13. Hypotenuse is AC. You can write directly 13 centimeter. You don't need to write AC here. Okay? Yeah. So square of 13 minus B square, that means base. So base is 12 centimeter, right? 12 centimeter. So 13 square is 169 centimeter. 169, and the square of 12 is a, yes, square of 12 is 144 guys. 144, yeah. So 144. That is equal to AB square. Okay. 169 minus 144 is how much? 25. It is 25. Yes. So AB square is equal to 25. Then what is the value of AB? Yes. What is the value of AB? AB equal to under the root 25, and under the root 25 is 5, right? That is 5 centimeter. So you have found AB, that is perpendicular. What is that? 5 centimeter. Okay. So sine C, that is perpendicular. You can write AB. Perpendicular is AB and hypotenuse is AC. AB is that is 5 centimeter. Okay. And AC is 13 centimeter. So this is the value of a sine C. Here theta is C. Okay. If you have been asked sine A, okay, then AB will be the base and hypotenuse is same, and BC will be perpendicular at that time. Understood guys? Yeah. Okay, and one more. Let's take sine A. If you have been asked sine A, okay, so sine A, you have been asked sine A. It means this is the theta. If this is the theta, it means AB is the base, guys. Okay, and AC is the same, hypotenuse, and this will be perpendicular. Okay, 12 centimeter will be perpendicular. So this one is A, theta, right? So sine A, the formula you can say trigonometric ratio is the same, perpendicular upon hypotenuse, right? So perpendicular at this time, perpendicular is this one, right? 12 centimeter. Understood? And hypotenuse is 13 centimeter. Okay, so this is the value of a sine A. So this kind of questions you will be asked, okay, at trigonometric ratios. Understood guys? There are some more examples, same questions. Okay, now we'll discuss some specific trigonometric ratios, and how will we find the value of that some specific trigonometric ratios. Let's discuss about that, right? We can take some specific trigonometric ratios like as a theta, 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree. These are some specific trigonometric ratios. And today we'll learn how to find. You don't need to learn, okay? Just understand the concept. How do you find all the values of trigonometric ratios? That are some specific values, okay? Here you can say what? Theta. Theta is any angle, right? Okay? Theta of what? You can say theta of sine, right? And next cos theta, sine theta, cos theta, and then tan theta. Okay? And then cosec theta, sec theta, and cot theta. Right? Here theta angle is 0 degree. Next one is 30 degree. Next one is 45 degree. Next one is 60 degree. And the last one is 90 degree. Right? These are the trigonometric ratios. Okay, so we'll find the value of sine 0 degree, sine 30 degree. Here you can replace these values at the place of theta. If here you will say sine 0 degree, sine 30 degree, and this one is sine 45 degree, sine 60 degree, sine 90 degree, right? I will write some other place, like you can say 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For these 5 values I write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Understood, guys? Divide all the values by 4. I'll tell you by simple method. You can derive it by yourself. Okay? So you can divide 0 upon 4, 1 upon 4, 2 upon 4, 3 upon 4, 4 upon 4. First one you wrote 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And then divide each one by 4. Okay? After that, you will find the square root of these all values. Under root this one, under root this one, under root this one, under root this one. This one is 0. So just write a 0. This one is 1 by 2. Okay? And this one is under root 2 by 4 means 1 upon under root 2. Because 2 to 4. Okay? So this is 1 by under root 2. And third one, under root 3 upon 4. It means under root 3 as numerator, and the under root of 4 is 2. Okay? And 4 upon 4 is 1. So under root 1 is 1. Okay? Found these values 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2 and 1. These are the value of a theta of sine. Like sine 0 degree, sine 30 degree, sine 45 degree, sine 60 degree, sine 90 degree. Understood, guys? Get my point? So next, cos theta. You can just write cos theta from this side. Okay? This one is here. Under root 3 by 2 is here. And this one is the at same place. And 1 by 2 here. And 0 is here. For cos theta, just write it from back side. Okay? This one is here. Root 3 by 2 here. This one will be the same place. 1 by 2 here. And 0 is here. Okay? Now tan theta. There is another identity about that I'll tell you after this. So tan theta is sine theta upon cos theta. Understood? This is a trigonometric identity, right? Tan theta is equal to sine theta upon cos theta. So value of sine theta will be divided by the value of a cos theta, right? So tan theta, sine 0 degree upon cos 0 degree. So 0 upon 1 is 0. Understood? Next one is 1 by 2 upon 3 by 2. It means sine 30 degree upon cos 30 degree. So what will be? 1 upon root 3. Understood? And 1 by root 2 is divided by 1 by root 2. That means 1. Root 3 by 2, this value is divided by this value. So it will be under root 3. And 1 upon 0, it will be infinite. You can say that is not defined. Understood? Are you getting my point, all of you? Yeah. So guys, next, cosec theta. As I told you, cosec theta is inverse of sine theta. Okay? So the values of sine theta will be inverse. So inverse of 0 degree, like this is 0, this one is 0. So inverse is 1 upon 0. Okay? So 1 upon 0 is infinite. Understood? Inverse of 1 by 2 is 2. Inverse of this one is under root 2. Inverse of this one is 2 upon under root 3. And inverse of this one is 1. What is the inverse of 1? That is itself 1. Okay. And sec theta is inverse of a cos theta. Okay. So inverse of 1 is 1. Inverse of this one 2 upon root 3. Inverse of this one under root 2. Inverse of this one 2. And inverse of 0 is infinite. Okay. Because 0 is this one. Let me see you. 0 is this one. And inverse of this 1 upon 0. This is infinite value. That is not defined. Understood, guys? Yeah. Next one is cot theta. So cot theta is the inverse of a tan theta. Understood? Again, cosec theta is inverse of sin theta. Sec theta is the inverse of cos theta. And cot theta is the inverse of a tan theta. Understood? Are you getting my point? Yeah. Nice. So inverse of 0 is, again you write infinite. Inverse of this one under root 3. Inverse of this one 1. Inverse of under root 3, that is 1 by root 3. And inverse of infinite. What is the inverse of infinite? Let's see. Infinite means this one. Like, and inverse of infinite means 1 upon infinite. And 1 upon infinite means 0. So inverse of infinite means a 0, guys. Understood? So these are the values of what? Sine 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree. These are some specific trigonometric ratios. Okay, you have to mind these trigonometric values. Okay, I have taught you that how will you find the trigonometric values by yourself. Okay, so you don't need to memorize these values. Understood? We'll use these values in the questions, right? So this is the trigonometric ratios, some specific trigonometric ratios. After that, we can take some example about these trigonometric ratios. One example, let me tell you, and then we'll go to the some specific trigonometric identities. Okay. So you have been asked, like, find out the value of a sine 60 degree minus cos 30 degree. You can be asked this type of question also. Okay, so you write, what is the value of sine 60 degree? Root 3 upon 2. This is the value of sine 60 degree. And what is the value of cos 30 degree? Same. Cos 30 degree is root 3 by 2. Right? So root 3 by 2 and root 3 by 2. You will subtract. The value will be 0. So sine 60 degree minus cos 30 degree is 0. These kind of questions you will be asked in the examinations. This is the simplest questions actually. Okay. Now we can say some other trigonometric identities. Okay. Trigonometric identities like sin theta is equal to 1 upon cosec theta. Okay. And cosec theta is equal to 1 upon sin theta. Next one is tan theta is equal to sin theta upon cos theta. Understood? Yeah. And you can say tan theta is equal to 1 upon cot theta, because tan theta is inverse of cot theta. Okay. And the multiplication of trigonometric function like sin theta into cosec theta will be 1, cos theta into sec theta will be 1, tan theta into cot theta will be 1. Okay, yeah. After that, sin square theta plus cos square theta 1. Here from this identity, these are the trigonometric identities, right? You can write sin square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta. Understood, guys? Are you getting me? Yeah. And one more, cos square theta is 1 minus sin square theta. Okay. Okay. From this identity, you can find two more identities. What are these? Like you have sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, right? If you divide this identity, both sides, left side and right side, by sin square theta, sin square theta, sin square theta, sin square theta. So sin square theta upon sin square theta is a 1, right? Plus cos square theta upon sin square theta. We have discussed all this. Cos theta upon sin theta is cot theta. So cos square theta upon sin square theta is a cot square theta, right? This is cot square theta. 1 upon sin square theta. 1 upon sin theta is cosec theta. So 1 upon sin square theta is a, yes, cosec square theta. Yes. So you write a cosec square theta. One more identity. 1 plus cot square theta is cosec square theta. You have derived this identity from this one. Okay? And from this, what can you write? You can write cot square theta, this one, equal to cosec square theta minus 1. Okay? Okay. So next, if you divide this identity by cos theta, both the sides, left side and right side. Let's see. You have sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. If you divide both the sides by cos theta, right? Cos square theta, cos square theta, cos square theta. Okay? So sin square theta upon cos square theta, what? That is tan square theta, right? Because, yes, because sin theta upon cos theta is tan theta. So sin square theta upon cos square theta is a tan square theta. Cos square upon cos square is 1. 1 upon cos square theta is sec square theta, right? Because 1 upon cos is what? 1 upon cos is sec theta. So here 1 upon cos square theta, it will be sec square theta. Get my point? Okay? Yeah. One more identity, tan square theta plus 1 is sec square theta. Yes? Yeah. So what can you write from this? You can write tan square theta minus sec square theta equal to 1. Understood, guys? Yeah. So this is another identity. It is the derived form of this one. Got my point? So these are some trigonometric identities, okay, that are very important for the trigonometry. Okay. Now we'll move towards complementary angles. Trigonometric identities of a complementary angles. Yes. Complementary angles means, what do you mean by complementary angles? Let me tell you, if you don't know what is complementary angles, right? Like if the sum of two angles, like one angle is A and another is B, if the sum of two angles is 90 degree, sum of two angles is 90 degree, then we can say these two angles are complementary to each other. Yes, sum of two angles is 90 degree. Okay, then A will be the complementary angle of a B, right? And B will be the complementary angle of a A. Get my point? Yes. So let's discuss about some trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. Before that, let me tell you a Cartesian plane. Okay, let's see. This is a Cartesian plane, right? This is x-axis, y-axis, and this is the negative value of x, and here you can say negative value of y. Here you have divided this Cartesian plane into 4 parts. Okay, and each part is known as the quadrant. Okay, you have studied about this in the coordinate geometry. Okay, so this one is the first quadrant, second one is this one is the second quadrant, and this one is the third quadrant, this one is the fourth quadrant. These are 4 quadrants here. Okay, in this first quadrant, here you know this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree, each angle is a 90 degree, right? So if this angle is 90 degree, so complementary angle, if you write 90 minus theta, 90 minus theta means this first quadrant, this angle is 90 degree, and you have been given 90 minus theta. Okay, it means less than 90. So this value will be lie in first quadrant, and 90 plus theta is a second quadrant. This one is a 180 plus theta. Okay, and you can say 270 minus theta. 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree, and a 360 degree. Okay, so these are 4 quadrants. You will discuss about this type of Cartesian plane of trigonometry in the higher classes. I mean to say class 11th, right? So 90 minus theta will be in the first quadrant, and in the first quadrant the trigonometric ratios of all angles like sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosec theta, sec theta, and cot theta, all are positive in this first quadrant. Okay, so let's discuss about trigonometric identities of a, you can say what? Yes, complementary angles. So sine 90 minus theta will be cos theta. Okay, cos 90 minus theta will be sine theta. Okay, tan 90 minus theta will be cot theta. Got my point? Yes. Then cosec 90 minus theta will be sec theta, guys. Okay, yeah. Then sec 90 minus theta will be cosec theta. And last one is cot 90 minus theta will be tan theta. Okay, sine 90 minus theta will be cos theta, cos 90 minus theta will be sine theta, tan 90 minus theta will be equal to cot theta, and cosec 90 minus theta will be equal to sec theta, sec 90 minus theta will be equal to cosec theta. Understood? Yeah, cot 90 minus theta will be tan theta. Okay, we can example that if theta is 30 degree. Okay, if theta is 30 degree, so we can verify these identities by this theta 30 degree. Like for this sine 90 minus theta, sine 90 minus theta is 30 degree. Okay, sine 90 minus theta, and here cos theta, it means cos theta is 30 degree. Understood? So this is a sine 90 minus 30 is a 60 degree, and this one is a cos 30 degree. It means the value of sine 60 degree and the value of cos 30 degree is same, guys. Same values. Sine 60 degree is root 3 by 2, and cos 30 degree is also root 3 by 2. Understood, guys? Getting me, all of you? Yes? Okay. So in such a way you can verify all these values, that cos 90 minus theta, sin theta, and other all these values. So which kind of questions you will be given for these complementary angles? Let's see. One example, let me tell you. Like you have to find out the value of sine 18 degree upon cos 70 degree. Suppose it's a question in which you have to find out the value of sine 18 degree upon cos 72 degree, right? So how will you find? You will use the trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. In which way? Here sine 80 degree upon cos 72 degree, you will convert between two into complementary angles. Okay, not both sine 18 and cos 72. Okay, one of them. Either you can convert sine 18 degree or you can convert cos 72 degree, not both. Get my point? Yeah, you can convert this one also into complementary angle, or you can convert this one also into complementary angle. Okay, but remember, both at the same time. Don't convert into complementary angles. Okay, so let's convert. This one is, so 18 degree you can write a 90 minus 72 degree, guys. 90 minus 72 is a 18 degree. Okay, so you have written 90 degree minus a 72 degree and put this as the same as it is. Okay, cos 72 degree, right? 72 degree, and this is sine 90 minus theta. Theta is a 72 degree. Here theta is 72 degree. So I told you sine 90 minus theta is a cos theta. Theta is 72 degree. Okay, so you write what? Sine, sorry, you can say sine 90 minus theta is a cos theta. Cos and theta is a 72 degree. Is that clear, guys? Yeah. Upon cos 70 degree, right? You can write the identity. What? Sine 90 minus theta is cos theta. You have written the identity which you have used here, and cos 72 degree upon cos 70 degree, it will be 1. Understood? Get my point, all of you? Okay, so this was our today's topic, trigonometry. Okay, so that's all from my side about trigonometry.